For you, your single favorite pick right now, you wrote down Robert Woods. What do you love about this guy heading out into 2021?
I mean, I think Robert Woods has been one of my favorite picks for like a few years running now. The guy is essentially putting up either high-end wide receiver 2 numbers or low-end wide receiver 1 numbers at times. That connection in that offense, since Sean McVay's been there, since he went to LA, just such an underrated player. It's just last year it seemed like he was getting a little more respect, but then you go look at the ADP this year, late 4th, normally more into like the 5th round, wide receiver 20 or so. Incredible value you're getting. And it's not just, over 85 catches each of the last 3 years. He gives you the rushing numbers, at least 115 rushing yards each of the last 3 years, scores at least 1 rushing touchdown every season. So that boosts up his value as well. And now you have Matt Stafford showing up. And that's the thing that I feel like every fantasy analyst, and maybe everybody got it out of their system, back in January, February when the trade, or when he ended up there when the trade happened. But looking at this offense, the jump from Jared Goff to Matthew Stafford, and assuming Stafford stays healthy, I know he's had some back issues, that stuff can pop up, but assuming Stafford stays healthy, this offense is going to go into another stratosphere. And I don't want to compare it to like, Peyton Manning going to the Broncos, and it's not going to be like some crazy historic season necessarily, but we're going to get a much better product on the field from that passing game. You don't need Sean McVay just, telling his quarterback exactly what to do. It'll help him. But now you have Stafford out there that can do all the things himself. He can diagnose the defense himself. He can make every throw out there. He can push the ball downfield. So that's definitely going to help a guy like Woods. And if you're worried about target competition, bringing in Deshaun Jackson and Tutu Atwell and kind of having some more pieces there, I just think the fact that the entire offense is going to be raised by Stafford and the better quarterback play, it makes Woods just such an excellent pick. I think he's just that sneaky wide receiver 1, really. And he's almost treated like a low-end wide receiver 2 right now, and yet he constantly overperforms.
Absolutely. I mean, he's been the wide receiver 11, 14, and 14 the last 3 straight years, and that was without Stafford, who, as you said, could elevate this entire offense. It wasn't too long ago McVay was the next wonderkid and lighting the world on fire and going to be setting those Peyton Manning kind of crazy records with Goff at the helm. So I know it sounded like hyperbole to say that, but you never know. Like it could go completely berserk this year with the Rams. So I like that call a lot. I've always been a huge Woods fan. He does it all. He does it all. And even though they did add that competition, it's also kind of more just space clearers. Deshaun Jackson, Tutu speed guys. Yeah, sure, they can take a screen and rip it down the field as well. But I think just giving him more room to roam, more safeties down deep, like I just don't know how you're going to stop this offense. There's a few of those offenses in the league this year, and I think that's one of them. So I'm with you.
I'm not really factoring it in, but he's also a former Bill, right? So that helps him too in my eyes.
Of course, man. I know we were joking about that on the last podcast. Like, this is going to be the year. I know it. They are. And what a team. Like, because I'm the Pats fan. I was giving you grief over that, like how long we've dominated. And you're like, just wait, man. It's going to flip.
And I have a few friends, a couple people that I work with and stuff, who are Buccaneers fans, and we almost got to that Bills-Bucs Super Bowl, and unfortunately, my team was the one that couldn't pull it off on their end. Yeah,
that would have been amazing. Yeah, I mentioned on the last show with Pat, one of my favorite picks is Mike Davis, and I think you're going to be talking about him later. So we'll skip over him.
We're talking about Mike Davis quite a bit. Yeah,
yeah, we're gonna rave and wax and poetic on him a little bit later. What is up, you fantasy wolf? Thanks so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, share your thoughts in the comments, check out some more videos, and join the newest Wolfpack by subscribing below.